Hey everybody. So this weekend we have some extremely cold weather heading into New England, or heading down into New England actually. And I'm hearing, I mean, depending on who you're listening to, and I don't listen to a lot of people, but I'm hearing wind chills in the negative teens and maybe even lower than that. So that being the case, there are some things you can do. Today's Tuesday. There are some things you can do before the weekend to just help to preserve heat in your home and help to prevent any casualties of the heat or the cold. So number one is kind of an obvious one that a lot of us know up here in New England, and that's especially if you have a faucet on an exterior wall, is to run the water, just run a drip of water or a small stream of water. That one we all kind of know. And then also open up the doors to the cabinet underneath your sinks. That'll allow that warm air to flow in through there. I was talking to a friend this morning and he mentioned bleeding down some appliances. So especially if you have laundry, like actually my washer is on an exterior wall and maybe I might bleed that one back. But if there are appliances that do have water in them, bleed them back. Or another really good thing is to change your washer hoses out to braided hoses if they're not already, because I've actually had that happen where those blew. Put a new filter in your furnace. That actually helps your furnace to run more efficiently. So if you have forced hot air, when it is cold, close your blinds, cover up your windows. If you have curtains, I always pull my curtains. It makes the house kind of dark, but it does preserve the heat inside of the house. And if you have window quilts, or if you've ever thought about that, I did this. I used to have a really old house, and we went to Joann Fabric, and you can buy this material, and it's window quilt material, and it actually has a layer of batting, a layer of like waterproof material, and then a reflective layer in it, like those emergency blankets, and then another layer of batting. And we literally just cut it to the windows and put it up there with thumbtacks and rolled it down, and that really works very well. It was awesome in an old house. So one thing that I have done, I've had an energy audit done on my house, and I've had all the work done that could possibly be done to my house, except for one thing. So I'm going to show you, hopefully. I don't think, yes, I can flip this around. Okay, so I have a gas fireplace in here, and this is the biggest energy suck in my house. So if you have a fireplace, first of all, shut the flue on it. Obviously, there's no flue on this gas fireplace, but what I have done, and listen, I'm not an artist, but I don't like to waste money. I cut a piece of rigid foam board. You can get this right at Home Depot. I put it in there to fit, and then I went around with Gorilla Tape. I've tried a couple of different tapes on this. Gorilla Tape is what works the best to seal that air loss, heat loss there. And I mean, honestly, this thing is not insulated at all behind here, and it's the coldest part of my house. I can't do anything about it unless I put an air exchanger in the house, because the house is too tight, or it's very tight after having the energy audit done. So close your flue, put something over your fireplace if you can. It really is, it just draws the heat right up and out of your house. If you have a manufactured home, check your fuel. You know that certain fuels can gel up when they're outside, and most manufactured homes have the oil tank outside, or the tank outside. Stephen Beeler says, tell people to, let me see more. Tell people to turn their heat up this weekend. A couple extra gallons you burn will be cheaper than your insurance deductible, and that will help save you the headache of your house being torn apart. Very good. I was actually going to think about mentioning that, but since you are an expert in this field, that is a great idea. So with a manufactured home, there are additives that you can add to your fuel tank if it's outside to help prevent gelling. And then obviously, you know, just like our cars, if you can get fuel and fill your tank, even better. And then the last thing is, if you have a manufactured home, check your check your heat tape. Heat tape is wrapped around the pipes that are outside of the house or in the crawl space to keep them warm and from freezing. So those are my tips. If you have any other tips, please put them down below. I'm sure we can use all the help we can get. It's going to be really, really cold. Stay safe this weekend and have a good one.